Vice President Kamala Harris has spent only 3 days in Central America during the 2 brief trips since she was assigned the mission of addressing the root cause of mass migration to the southern border. Harris has taken 2 brief trips to Latin America in her nearly 2 years in office. Since her last visit in June, annual encounters at the border hit their highest total in American history at 2.1 million in August. If the trend continues at a similar pace, total encounters will surpass 3 million for 2022. Vice President Kamala Harris speaks during a meeting with North Carolina state legislators. Vice President Kamala Harris speaks during a meeting with North Carolina state legislators. Grant Baldwin/Bloomberg via Getty Images. Harris waited 6 months to visit the southern border for the first time as vice president and has yet to return. She declared in an interview last month that the border is secure. Mayorkas alerted that no Haitian migrants were whipped hours before WH press conference. While spending almost no time going to investigate the causes herself, Harris has spoken about the issue in the U.S. and announced new undertakings. The Summit of the Americas, where Latin American countries gather to discuss diplomacy, took place in the U.S. this year for the first time since 1994. The conference featured a speech from Harris, who criticized the prevalence of corruption in the region and declared the Biden administration is making progress on addressing the root cause of the border crisis. Vice President Kamala Harris steps off Air Force Two after arriving at Aurora Municipal Airport in Aurora, Illinois, on June 24, 2022. Vice President Kamala Harris steps off Air Force Two after arriving at Aurora Municipal Airport in Aurora, Illinois, on June 24, 2022. Getty Images. Harris at the summit touted more than $3 billion in private sector commitments to Latin America since President Biden took office. The administration, however, has been unable to push through Congress a $4 billion relief package for Central America that aims to reduce migration from Honduras, Guatemala, and El Salvador. Harris met with 3 leaders of Latin American countries in her 2 trips, the presidents of Mexico, Guatemala, and Honduras, which have 3 of the top 4 most migrants who flee to the U.S. border. But all 3 of these leaders later boycotted the summit after the State Department announced it would not invite the undemocratically elected leaders of Cuba, Venezuela, and Nicaragua. Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas visits the U.S. southern border. Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas visits the U.S. southern border. Pool video. CBP finds no evidence Border Patrol agents whipped Haitian migrants, still seeks to discipline them. First Lady Jill Biden made a 6-day trip to Central America in May, which doubles the length Harris has spent in the region. The First Lady focused her tour on building alliances with countries in the region.